There's a LinkedIn profile mistake that makes you look desperate even if you're actually fully booked. And in this video, we're going to cover exactly what it is and how to make sure you don't get caught in this position. So first of all, let's talk about some of the desperation signals. And it's really around the fact that high ticket buyers, they're already sophisticated. So they're not just reading what you say, they're reading between the lines, looking at your language, your positioning, and your calls to action. And if any of these things actually signal some kind of desperation, neediness, or just low value, then you're going to lose them. So you might be fully booked and you might actually have some success, but if your profile doesn't actually communicate that, then you're leaving money on the table. So I'm going to show you some specific mistakes that make you look desperate even if you're not. Now, if you're in a situation where your profile says things like currently accepting new clients or looking for my next project or open to opportunities, these are signals pretty much of feeling or sounding desperate. And high ticket buyers don't want to hire someone who's looking for work. They want to hire someone who's actually in demand. So think about it. If you saw two consultants and one says looking for clients and the other one said, I work with a select group of clients, who would you perceive as more valuable? The second one, of course, every single time. So even if you are accepting new clients, don't say it like that. Actually flip the script and position yourself as selective, not as available. The second mistake is a weak headline, because your headline is the first thing that people see. So if it's weak, you then can look desperate. So a bad headline might be available for consulting, or let me help you grow your business, or open to new opportunities. These headlines scream like, please hire me, I need work. Whereas a strong headline is, I help B2B consultants build 50K pipelines in 90 days. And you may even add like limited availability. So you can see the difference. The first set of headlines positions you as available and needy. The second positions you as in demand and selective. So your headline should communicate value and scarcity, not availability and desperation. The third mistake is not having any kind of social proof. So if your profile has no client results or testimonials, case studies, maybe even a free course to then be able to prove some value, the challenge with that is because you don't actually have any proof, it makes people skeptical, especially if they've been burned before. They really want to see some evidence that you've actually done what you say you do. So if your profile is basically all talk and no proof, that can make you look desperate or like someone who's trying to get their first client, not someone who's fully booked. So try and add some social proof to your about section, your featured section, and your experience section to show people that you're in demand. The fourth mistake is overly eager calls to action. So if your call to action says something like message me anytime or let's connect and see how I can help, you sound a little bit desperate doing it that way. You're just making it a bit too easy and signaling that you'll take absolutely anyone. So high ticket buyers, they don't want to work with someone who's desperate for their business. They want to work with someone who's selective. So a better call to action would be, if you're serious about building a 50K pipeline, send me a message with the word pipeline and I'll send you my framework. So you can see the difference there. The first set of CTAs say, please anyone, just message me. Whereas the second says, if you're serious and you qualify, here's how to engage. So scarcity and selectivity beat eagerness every single time. The fifth mistake is really no boundary. So if your profile says, I work with anyone who needs help, all budgets welcome, then you're signaling that you don't really have any standards. Whereas high ticket buyers, they want to work with someone who's actually selective. They want to know that you basically only work with the best types of clients and that they then qualify for that. So to fix this, you may write something like, I work with established B2B service providers who have proven offers and are ready to scale. This sets a boundary, right? Because it says, I don't just work with anyone, I work with serious people who meet my criteria. And ironically, when you set some kind of boundary, you then become more attractive because people want what they can't easily have. The sixth mistake is like apologetic language. So if your profile uses language like, I hope I can help you, or I'll try my best, you sound unsure of yourself. And high ticket buyers, they don't want to hire someone who basically hopes they can help. They want to hire someone who knows they can help. So replace apologetic language with confident language. Instead of I hope I can help, you say I guarantee results. Or instead of I'll try my best, say I help 50 plus clients achieve specific result. Confidence attracts and apology repels. The seventh mistake is too much availability. So if your profile says free 30-minute consultation for anyone, or book a call anytime on my calendar, you're signaling that your time isn't actually valuable. High ticket buyers, they value scarcity. So if you're too available, then they assume you're not actually in demand. So to fix this, you'd say something like, I offer a limited number of strategy sessions each month. If you'd like to apply, send me a message with your biggest challenge. This then creates scarcity and it positions your time as valuable. It also makes people want to work with you more. So to summarize the positioning shift that you need to make, you want to go from available to selective, that you don't just work with anyone. You want to work with the right types of people. From eager to in demand. So you're not desperate for clients. You have clients. You're selective about who you take on. And from hoping to confident. You don't just hope that you can help. You know that you can help because you've done it before. Now, your positioning determines your perceived value, and your perceived value determines the quality of clients you attract and the prices that you charge. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, the thing is, I actually do want more clients. So how do I communicate scarcity without lying? Now, the way that you can go about this is you could say something like, I work with a limited number of clients at a time to ensure quality. Or I'm currently focused on helping specific niche achieve specific result. Or you could say applications are reviewed on a case-by-case basis to ensure we're a good fit. Now, all of these statements can be true, and you do have limited time, right? You are focused on a specific niche and you do want to ensure there's a fit. But the way you communicate it positions you as selective and in demand, not as desperate and available. So scarcity, again, is attractive. Availability is not. So just to give you a checklist basically for a premium profile, make it confident, results driven headline, so not just available for consulting. 2, have social proof throughout your profile, so client results, testimonials, case studies, or maybe a free course. The 3rd is selective positioning, so you work with specific people, not just everyone. 4th is clear boundaries, so you state who you work with and who you don't work with. And 5 is having scarcity driven CTAs, limited availability, make it more application based and qualifier based. When you check 5 of these boxes, your profile positions you basically as premium, and premium positioning attracts premium clients. Now, the thing is that you might be fully booked or very successful in turning clients away, but if your profile says desperate, that's what people are going to end up believing, because perception is really reality on LinkedIn. People don't know what's happening behind the scenes. They only know what your profile tells them. So if your profile is sending desperation signals, then you're repelling the exact clients that you want to attract, even if you're not actually desperate. So fix your profile, fix your positioning, and watch the quality of your inbound inquiry skyrocket. Once you do that, you'll have higher quality clients, you'll be able to charge higher prices, and you'll be seen as the premium choice in your segment. Finally, your positioning does selling for you as well. You'll find you're not having to convince people as much. Your profile will convince them altogether. So now that I've shown you this piece of what the Influx Autopilot system looks like, I've also left a link in the description box below if you'd like to learn a little bit more about what this type of approach can actually do for you, underpinned by a guarantee of at least $50,000 in net new pipeline opportunity within 90 days. So if you do want to see that breakdown, click the link in the description box below to watch that free video and free training breakdown that I've left for you. And if you found this particular video helpful, please do take a second to like it, comment, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.